Good afternoon, everyone. I hope we are well on this Friday. Yeah, 12 o'clock lunchtime. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So normally with our live classes, we get in there, we smash it out, we get our workout done for the day. Today is going to be a little bit slower. It's going to be a little bit more of an educational type of session. So we're going to really focus on controlled core movements and also our pelvic floor. So a lot of people with pelvic floor, they think, okay, this is just for women, but men also have a pelvic floor as well. And men also need to do exercises to help strengthen the pelvic floor as well. Of course, mamas who have had kids, postpartum of all ages. So we are postpartum for the rest of our lives. It isn't just after we've had a baby. We are postpartum forever. So pelvic floor is a very, very important thing to strengthen, and our pelvic floor is a muscle, so we can strengthen it. For those who don't know what it is, it's almost like a muscle hammock that supports all our internal organs, from our bowel, our uterus, anything that is sitting down there and weighing down on it. So obviously we want it nice and strong to support, lift us up, and help with a lot of things like our bowel function, going to the bathroom, and also stopping us going to the bathroom in times when we don't really want to. So pelvic floor is really, really important, and of course our core muscles. So when we think core, we all think about that six pack that sits right across the front of the stomach, but our core are deep muscles. We've got them running this way, we've got them running down, they wrap around our backs, again, all through the pelvis, our glutes and our shoulders. So our whole torso is our core muscle, and it is really important to have a really nice strong base, front, side, upper, lower, and the back of the body. So we're going to focus on that. And also a couple of movements for women who have had some abdominal separation as well. We want to avoid any kind of abdominal movement where we're pushing out. So everything that we do when we're doing a core workout, we want to think about pulling in, focusing on the rib cage coming in, like we're lacing the body back up, like we're wearing a corset. We want to come in and we want to pull down. We want to pull up, and we've got this center point right at the back of our body where we want everything to meet, and that's how we kind of want to maintain when we're doing any core. When we all do crunches, we crunch away and we tend to push everything out this way, and it's putting a lot of added pressure on the abdominal wall and can cause those muscles to split even more. So we want to bring it all in, tighten it, and keep it nice and tight and hugging the body, keeping us safe and protected. So we're going to start really slow. We're actually going to come onto our hands and knees to start. So we're going to start with a couple of pelvic floor and core exercises. I'm moving my mat and I had it positioned exactly where you can see me, so I'm going to put it back. So we're going to come down. We're going to start with a nice basic warm-up. Today's not going to drag out forever. We're just going to work through a couple of movements. You can look back at this later if you want to do the movements for a little bit longer. You definitely can. You can just press pause, continue the movement, and then start it back up again. But even when we're doing pelvic floor, we always tell you to keep your core in, which is your belly button drawn in, and we want to maintain that position for pretty much the moment you wake up in the morning. However, your pelvic floor is like any other muscle. We actually want to contract it, release it, contract it, release it, contract it, release it to help build strength. We never really want to pull it up and hold it for a really, really long period of time and then let it go. We actually want to work it with repetitions like we would our biceps or our back, that type of thing. And that's what we're going to work on today. Okay, so coming down onto the ground, hands and knees. We want to make sure that we're nice and strong. So let's stack the shoulders in stack the shoulders over the wrists, knees over the hips. And we're just going to start with a nice simple movement. So we're going to release through the pelvic floor. We're going to release the hips down, lift the chest up, And then it's almost like you're pulling the pelvic floor up towards the belly button. And it's almost those muscles like if you need to stop going to the toilet, you want to switch it off. You want to squeeze and tighten, but you want to eliminate squeezing your bum cheeks. So if we squeeze our bum cheeks, we're working the wrong muscles. So we want to pull up through the pelvic floor like we're just switching off going to the toilet. And then we're just going to turn it on and then exhale. Little release here. So inhale, pull up through that pelvic floor, and then exhale, release. A little bit of music to keep us going. So tuck the chin in, release as the pelvic floor opens up. You just let the pelvic floor go, and then as we tuck the hips under, we got that little upward pull, and then release as we come down. So also working through the core, opening through the upper back, the lower back, all at the same time. So a really good point of focus. We can roughly work about 20 reps here. We've done about 10 now. Inhale, and then exhale. Good. In and out. Shoulders are back and down. And again, with our pelvic floor, with our core, really important to work with that breath. Inhale and exhale. We're going to go for about 5 more. In and out. Keep nice and strong through the arms. So remember, core muscles are from shoulders right through to hips. So if you're starting to feel a little fatigued in the shoulders, that's normal. Good. Just 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one, in and out. We're going to realign the spine, so flatten here, keep nice and strong. I want you to take your right leg out and your left hand. So we're going to stabilize here. Let's find just a little bit of strength. Now, we're going to stabilize. We're going to pull the pelvic floor towards the heart, so up towards the rib cage, back towards the spine, and then let it go. But don't let your belly go. So that's the key. Keep tight through the rib cage and just switch the pelvic floor on and off, on and off, pull up. So try to eliminate, as you're doing that little squeeze of the pelvic floor, we don't want to be clenching the bum cheeks together. It's hard to work out the difference between the muscles, isn't it? Good. In and out. In, out. 2 more. In. And now we're going to inhale. We're going to bring the elbow and the knee together. Slow. We come in, pull up, and then exhale, reach out. Beautiful. Inhale, pull up, and then exhale, flatten. So these are slow, controlled movements. Exhale, flatten. Flex the foot. In and out. Good. In and out. Control in. Pull up and out. We're still working the abdominals. We're working through the back of the body. And out. We're going to do 5 more. In and out. In and out. 2 more. In, out. Last one. In. Hold for just a moment. Bring that hand down, reset, and just take a little sit back. So release through the shoulders, release through the lower back. Take a little breath here. And then we're going to work through the other side. So let's reset the body, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We take the left foot back. I want you to stabilize the hips. Reach the right hand forward, pull up through that base arm, flex the foot, and then we're just going to work that little contraction of the pelvic floor. So as you inhale, we're going to pull the pelvic floor like we're stopping going to the toilet, and then exhale, release it. Inhale and exhale. Try to avoid squeezing the bum cheeks as we work. So we've got that little pull up and release. Pull up and release. Pull up. Beautiful. In and out. So we're still keeping the rib cage drawn in, the belly button drawn in. So as we release the pelvic floor, we're not letting the belly drop. We're not arching through the back. We're going to create that movement. We're going to inhale, draw in, and then exhale, reach out. So scoop everything up, and then exhale, extend without the belly dropping. In and out. In, pull up, and out. We're going to do 5 more. In and out. 4 more. Pull up and out. 3 more. In and out. 2 more. In, out. Last one. In, hold for just a moment. Pull everything in and up. Hand down, knee down. We should have felt the lower back through there as well. Sit back, little release. Good job. We're going to take our time. We're going to come over onto our side. So I want you to bring yourself down. We're going to slide the knees back and we're going to stack. So we're going to focus on those transverse abdominals, those obliques that run in. I want you to make sure that that elbow is directly in underneath the shoulder. Hand on hip, slide the knees so you're in line, and then lengthen that top leg out. So we're going to inhale, lift the hips up off the floor, and then exhale, come back down. Now if you want a little bit more, inhale, keep the arm up, and then exhale down. Good, in and out. In and out. Good. Press up nice and strong through that base arm. Up and down. Keep nice and strong through the neck, so you want to eliminate the head doing this. Good. 10 and down. 9 down. 8 down. 7, pull everything in. 6, if it's more comfortable with the knees in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Beautiful. Come on down. Take the hand in underneath the head. Slide the knees forward. So here we're going to lift the feet slightly, draw the shoulders back. Now we're going to open through the knees with the knees elevated. So you should be able to see your heels here. I want you to pull your pelvic floor up as we open and then release as we close. So in and then out. Good. In and out. Shoulders back. We want to try not to lean back behind us. Good. Stabilize through the core. So we're opening up through the glute here, working through the inner thigh, and we're pulling up into the core, into that pelvic floor. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, now 2, 1 more, hold it up, hold, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, tighten, 5, 4, 3, 2, knees together, come down. We're going to move through to the other side. So nice and simple movements. You don't have to go too crazy with them. So we're going to stack, elbow in, pull back, either hand up or down. Start with extending the leg. If it's easier with both knees together, then you can. So we're going to inhale, pull the pelvic floor up, reach, and then exhale down. Good, tighten right through that midsection. Lift up and down. So remember, nice and strong through the neck. Avoid that head dropping. Good, up and down, up. We've got 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 more. 3, 2, 1 more here. Up, beautiful. Bring it down. Bring your head into your hand. Bring the knees forward. Now you're going to elevate the feet here. We open into the knees. So we're just slightly pulling that bottom knee up. You should be able to see your feet. So we want to pull up as we open, and then we're going to release as we close. So in and out. Good. In and out. Shoulders back. Control. Try to eliminate the feet moving up and down. I just noticed mine were doing that. So try and stabilize the feet where they are. Good. Open. Close. So pull up. Little release. Pull up. Little release. Still working into the glutes. Up and down. Good. Just 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold it open, but we're going to tighten here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We come down and we're going to bring ourselves onto our backs. So coming all the way over. I have to turn myself around. I don't like facing that direction. Let me turn this way. Okay. So the feet are in nice and close. Now all we're going to do is a little pelvic tilt. So we're going to tilt the pelvis. That's going to draw everything up and down. So again, we're not squeezing into the bum for this move. We're just working that pelvic floor nice and low. You can feel it up here. Keep the bum relaxed. And then as we exhale, release, we're going to roll down and create a little arch in the back. So we inhale, pull up, and then exhale, little arch, release. So inhale, little squeeze like we're cutting off, going to the bathroom. Exhale, release. In and out. In and out. Good. In and out, little arch. Inhale and exhale. As we come in, think about the rib cage. Remember, we're lacing the ribs and the abdominals together, so we're pulling everything in and down. Think about that zipper. Zip it together. Good. You can even wrap your fingers around your ribs to ensure that you've got that position happening as we roll up. Good. Just 2 more here. In and out. In. We're going to reset. We're going to come all the way up. So we're going to inhale, come up. Now when we get to the top here, we are going to give the bum a little squeeze to stabilize the hips. And then as we come down, we hover just above the floor. So we come up and down. Weight through the heels, up And we're going to reverse our breath. So as we come up, we're still going to squeeze, but we're going to exhale. And we're going to pull everything in. So inhale. And then exhale, pull everything in as you breathe the air out. In and out. In, relax. And out. Good. 10. And exhale. 9. And exhale. 8. And exhale. 7. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 4. Tighten. 3. 2. We should be starting to feel a little bit of fatigue happening. We're going to hold it up. So pull the ribcage in, lace everything together like you're lacing your fingers. Now you might just stay here. Otherwise we're going to extend. So I want you to take weight in your left foot and we're going to extend the right foot out. Flex and then come in, stabilize the right foot and extend the left leg out. So we want to eliminate the hips moving around. Beautiful. We're going to go for 10, in, 9, in, lace the rib cage, 7, in, 6, in, 5, in, keep the hips up, squeeze the bum, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, 1, take your time from the shoulders, we tuck the pelvis, we roll ourselves down, bring the knees into your chest, give yourself a little hug, a little rock side to side. We're going to come up into a reverse tabletop here. So I want you to press your knees and your wrists together. So you're actively pulling the knees in and you're pressing the wrists into the knees. Now I want you to pull everything and I want you to imprint. So your lower back here, I want you to press it into the floor, pull down. Shoulders away from ears, flex your feet. Your right foot and your right hand are going to separate. So you might extend the leg or you might bring it to the floor, but we're going to slowly inhale and then exhale as we come out and then inhale as we come in. Other side. Exhale, imprint into the floor and then inhale. Exhale, imprint, pull the belly down, exhale. In. Now you might just tap down. Beautiful. So we exhale as we move out and inhale as we come in. Let's go 10 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And it might not be a big movement. Exhale and inhale. But I want you to press the opposite knee into the wrist. So it can be small, doesn't have to be big. We got 4 more. 4. In. 3, are we imprinting that lower back? 2 more. In. Last one. Out. Knees come in. Little rock. Side to side. Well done. Lengthen out nice and long. You're going to bring the right knee up and just bring it across the left side of the body. Little spinal release. And the other side. Lengthen, come across, release. Reset, feet just at the hips here. We're going to take the hands behind, so we're going to do a controlled crunch here. It's quite slow. I want you to keep that lace. So we're lacing in, we're imprinting down. We take the hands behind the head, and I want you to pretend you've got an orange or a mandarin or something between the chin and the neck. So we're not crunching in. We're gonna slowly, as we crunch up, we're gonna pull down. We're gonna reach the pinkies to the knees. And then it just depends on how far back your thumbs can go, but we want to keep the imprint. We're going to open backwards, come back to the knees, and then we come down. Good. So you can do this with the legs up if you want. Otherwise, we're going to inhale, come up, press down, exhale, open, inhale, and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, keep everything down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Beautiful. 5 more. In. You might just go to here. Out. In. Out. 4 more. In. Out. So your knees might be here. In. Out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more. In. Out. In. Back. 2 more. In. Out. In. Last one. In. Out. In. And down. Beautiful. Lengthen right out. Big stretch. Now this one here, we're going to focus on contraction, and we're going to focus on trying to draw the muscles inward. So it isn't the prettiest looking crunch in the world, but it definitely does work. So what I want you to do, we're going to bring the knees a little wider. We're going to crunch up, so lengthen here, pull everything down. Now we're going to take the knees to the inside, the hands to the insides of the legs, anywhere that you can reach. Yeah. Now you're going to press out on the hands, so try and separate the hands and squeeze the knees in. Draw the shoulders down. Now you might just stay here, otherwise you're going to slide the knees to the elbows. Your hands, let me turn this way, are reaching to the ankle. You're pressing out and you're squeezing in. Shoulders are back, and you're pulling your abdominals down. Your pelvic floor is going to move up and down, up and down. We ready? Let's see if we can stay for about 20. Lengthen, in and out, in and out, in, shoulders down and out, squeeze the knees, in and out. Option, you might be here, in and out, you might be here, in and out. How many is that? Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, big stretch out, fingertips right through to toes. Deep breath in. We're going to create a diamond shape with our hands, and we're going to come in underneath the sit bone. So right in under. Now you can do one leg, you can do 2 legs. So one leg is obviously easier, 2 legs is a little bit harder. So we're going to start with one. We're going to draw the left knee in, and we're going to scoop along the ground, And then we're going to do just a little reverse crunch. Reset it. And then we're going to do the right leg. So we're going to scoop along the ground, little crunch. So a little pelvic tilt, reset. Option, bring both legs up. You've got your thumbs just under your tailbone here. Hands are pressed into the floor, shoulders away. Scoop along the floor, and then little tilt. So, exhale as you crunch. Inhale, extend out, pull the belly into the floor. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. Or you might be here. In one leg. Out. One leg. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. In. Out. Beautiful. 10. Out. 9. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 5. Out. 4. Out. 3. Out. 2. Out. One more. Beautiful. Bring the knees in. Lengthen that left leg. Bring the right knee across again. Open up into that lower back. Draw the right shoulder to the floor. Look back to that right hand. Take your time. Lengthen the right leg out. Left knee comes up. We come across. Look back. Now, we've just worked the abdominal area. We've just worked the pelvic floor. It's just as important to release them as well. So as we bring ourselves back, bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall out. So just open into the pelvis, shoulders back, and bring the arms overhead, so almost like a Y shape. Deep breath in, feel the expansion. I want you to open the rib cage here. So open, and then exhale, bring everything back in. Inhale, expand the diaphragm. Exhale. So that little combination, about 20 minutes. If you wanted to work a little bit longer, you could go back to the start and repeat. But that's a pretty good base if you're just wanting to focus on a more controlled core, slower movement. Great place to start with. Or you could just do a couple more reps of each thing that we just did. Bring the knees in for me. Little rock, up and down. Grab behind the knee. Then we're going to roll all the way up. Let the knees come together and let the body fold forward. Knees apart, yeah. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Again, just slow the breath down. Let the body relax here. We're not physically trying to jam ourselves in any position. Then we're going to take our time. We're going to bring the knees up. Let's come over, back onto our hands and knees. So we're going to take the knees slightly wider than the hips, slightly wider. The feet are in line with the knees, so the toes aren't tapped together. Walk the hands forward, and then as we shift the shoulders over the wrists, we're going to bring the hips down. Draw the shoulders back away. Open right through that abdominal. Now, that pelvic floor, little pull up. And then as you exhale, just release. And even release the belly button here. Then inhale, pull the belly in. Give the bum a little squeeze. That's going to reset our base. Pull up and pull back. We're going to come all the way forward onto our belly. One last one. Now, we're going to take our left arm and just bring it forward. Your right knee is going to come up as far out to the side as we can. Now, if you've got a pillow, you might have a foam roller. This might be something that you pop in underneath your knee to open up a little more. I want you to flex the foot for me, and then we're just going to bring our forehead down onto our arms, yeah. Now, really think about pressing that right inner thigh down. You might be able to wedge the foot and the knee a little higher. Take your time, let the foot come back down. Just lift up through the chest, and then let's take that left knee up as high as you can. Flex the foot. You might be able to walk the toe heel a little bit higher, but don't let yourself roll. You want to press that left inner thigh down. Bring your forehead down onto the floor. Try and square the hips up. Slide the foot back. Bring the elbows in underneath the shoulders. Take the feet a little bit wider. I want you to place your hands on the floor, and we're almost acting like we're pulling our body forward into our elbows. So we're going to lift our chest, pull our body in towards our elbows here. The feet are a little bit wider, and we're just going to take a little rock side to side. So just releasing into that lower back. Stay with that breath in and out. Slow the rock down. Bring yourself down. Bring the hands back in underneath the ribs. Lift the hips up and back onto the heels. Little release. Take your time, bringing yourself up. I hope you enjoyed that session. So just a little bit of information on how we can strengthen not only our core, whether that is if we have slight abdominal separation or not, whether it is just bringing the core back as a unit from shoulders to hips, front and back. And also just a little bit of information on how you can work your pelvic floor. And it doesn't matter, even if you don't have a weak pelvic floor, it is still very, very important to work. It is just like every other muscle in our body. You don't even need to be doing those specific exercises. You can do your pelvic floor muscles anyway. You can do them lying down, you can do them standing up. It's just that gentle contraction and release, contraction, release. You do 20 of those in a row. You do that a couple of times a day. You're going to have a beautiful, strong pelvic floor to keep you going for the rest of your life. So please have a great day. Pop in the comments below if you have any questions, where you're tuning in from, and we'll see you all next week. Bye guys.